Okay, lifting family, welcome back. So this is day 4 of the Bell's Palsy update. Today, nothing has really changed again, but I've been taking my medicine and I'm trying to be upbeat about all of this. It's definitely weird to just wake up and have this, but at the same time, I don't notice it all that much. I mean, other than when I talk, it's not something that you really feel all that much, just in general. I mean, unless you're talking or unless you're trying to smile, those are things that I do, but at the same time, this isn't something that's completely just draining my energy because it's too depressing to deal with, or something where certain sicknesses you end up feeling those things, and that's something that really brings down your energy. For me, I've got a cough, I've got some congestion, some lightheadedness, so those are the things that I'm focusing on, just because that's what's making me feel a little bit funny. But other than that, the amazing support and everyone that's just sending kind words, I'm reading every one of those. People coming out of the woodwork to just express their thoughts towards this, and that's where I'm really upbeat about all this, because there's a lot of positivity in this world, and there's a lot of things that we can focus on the negative, but that's an easy downward spiral. That's an easy thing to get down in the rabbit hole, and just to focus on those things. But with stuff like this, with sicknesses, those are things where you can start to see where other things are just really mundane, and you can start to focus on the right things. There's always things that we can look at and think, well, I don't have this, but try and focus on what you do have. I got to spend the last few days with my kids in my store, and yes, I can say my store, I co-own this. That's amazing. Being able to be here with my kids, that was part of the choice as to why I did this, so that was fun. And just trying to focus on those things rather than having the kids here as a little bit of a distraction. It's hard to get work done. I try to focus on them and making sure that we all had a good time while we were here, and people are pretty receptive to that, so I really appreciate everyone coming in the store and being receptive to having my kids here. But the big thing is just, again, closing my right eye is not really changing all that much. Trying to smile is just really, really weird, and so that's where I kind of get a little bit self-conscious, is when somebody makes me laugh. It's really hard to control that, and it really gets exaggerated with that side of my face, because this side really works and this side just doesn't. So that's something that if someone's dealing with bells, it's nice to be positive, it's nice to try to make them smile, but at the same time, that's when I start to get a little bit more self-conscious, and I'm trying to get over that. But at the same time, that's something that it kind of feels hard to control when you're smiling, when someone's making you laugh, but at the same time, you can't really do much about that. And so just do be aware that when someone is going through this, that you really kind of want to, it's not that you don't want to make them laugh, but understand that they're going through something too in their own head about what they're dealing with. So the only other thing is just, as far as some suggestions, definitely get something to put over your eye. My mom was nice enough to get me some gauze that I put over my eye, put a little bit of petroleum jelly on one patch, and then I put that on. Then I put on another piece of gauze, just kind of pack that in there. One piece of gauze tends to just make my eye still feel like it can move a little bit, and that's uncomfortable. 2, it kind of packs that in there a little bit, and then I just wrap that up with tape. It looks goofy, but at the same time, I slept pretty good last night with that. Other than that, again, thank you so much for the support. I'm glad that people are following along with this. This is definitely something that's been unique. This is day 4 in the progress and in the process. I would now be starting my 3rd day of pills, I believe, into the 3rd day of those, so I'm hoping that starts to take hold and that I can start to see some big changes, just because right now it's one of those things that's just like this video, it's kind of dragging on a little bit, and I would really like to see some progress. But thank you again for your support in all of this, and this is the update that's happened thus far. So thank you again. Have an amazing new year if I do not update before then, but other than that, thank you again for all of your support in all of this.